Right now. Your event is starting. That's good to know. Well, according to this thing, we're live right now. Did we do
Yeah,
one? Did we do a show last week? Yes, we did. That's right.
we did. We did. We absolutely did.
Ed was getting like DDoSed into the ground.
Yeah, and then as soon as he was gone, we just went batshit crazy.
Well, more or less, It's funny because I rewatched that podcast because I was so out of it. When my brother and I and his wife and his brother were that's right, my brother and his brother. He's my brother-in-law.
Yep.
We were waiting in the car to get into the speedway for NASCAR. It was like an hour and a half wait to get into the gate because it's
That's
so
insane.
well. There's like 100,000 cars that come in right there, and so we just listened to the MP3, and that's when I came to the conclusion. I'm like, okay, we have to start doing audio only on these and allowing people to like download them and listen to them in their cars and stuff because it is more funny when you can't see us.
I could totally see that too. Like when we're talking about Pecker Pals, that would have been pretty damn funny if you didn't have any context.
Oh yeah, it was. In fact, I was trying to explain to him how Pecker Pals came to be, and that's a big cup, sir.
Big cup for a big boy.
I was trying
lucky
to.
It's water and not like hot chocolate or something.
I was trying to explain to him how Pecker Pals came to be. I'm like, well, here you can just listen. So of course he got to listen to the whole thing. So, and I see a shit ton of hashtag Tecker Towels. I can't even
Tecker
talk.
Towels. Hey, Tecker Towels would be a good one too.
I think this is a Tecker Towels. Hey, that does sound like a towel you would send someone that works in tech.
Tecker Towels.
Jeez.
Nice.
All right, I'm just gonna roll the intro.
Let's do it.
This is the intro to the TikTok show number 70, sitting around in mediocrity.
Yeah, 70 episodes. Oh. My computer is destined.
We're gonna have to pay Arnold Schwarzenegger royalty eventually.
No, we don't, because I'm at least 10% different than him.
At least.
I am what Arnold should have been in his prime.
Oh, I see. I see.
So this is another one of those shows where we're like, oh hey, it's time to go live. What do you want to talk about?
Hey, we got at least one topic. It's a good one. We just don't have much.
I'm bringing up my soundboard because something tells me I might need it at some
Yeah,
point.
get the soundboard ready
during this show. We do have one kind of an important thing to talk about. So Timmy Tech TV is reporting that apparently Samsung is in talks with buying AMD. Timmy Tech TV is our source on this, so if this is completely wrong and slanderous or libel, then you guys know you have to go after Timmy Tech.
Yeah, if you have any questions about what we're about to talk to, it's at Timmy Tech TV on Twitter. Just go ask him anything. He knows everything about this. He's got you.
Absolutely. But, I really got to thinking about this topic, though. It's funny because I think your opinion and my opinion on this one are quite different.
They usually are, Jay. They usually are.
Well, that's good because,
diversity is the spice of life.
No, it's good because I like to get your opinion and I like to give people the right opinion. So...
You know what? I'm not going to argue that that's inaccurate either, because you are kind of the guy on the leading edge of technology. I just open boxes and make party.
But that's what's cool about this conversation, though, is this is not so much a tech discussion as much as it is a business discussion.
Yeah, this is totally business because we don't have any technical details of what's going on around it. We just know what might be happening.
Yeah,
the suspense is killing everybody.
Real quick, I'm wondering why people were asking me what happened to number 69. We had 69 last week, sir. Jerry and I 69'd last week.
Oh, no, we were supposed to do 69.1, remember? And we are going to go 0.2,
right.
0.3. Oh, I forgot. Oh, well. Party foul. Next week it'll be 69.1.
I can update the archive, and the next week will be 71. Everyone will be like, what happened to 70?
Next week we should just skip 20 for no reason, like Microsoft. There is no 71. Just go 72 and just be like, nah, we're just going to skip it.
I love that. How do you count to 10 via Microsoft? It's like
95, Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10.
No mention of me at all.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So okay, now this is unconfirmed, obviously, but if you guys have not seen AMD's Q4 reportings for 2014 are pretty bad.
Because they're for poor people.
Like, I mean, the Titanic was sinking less quickly than AMD is currently when it comes to financial.
Which is making their company rather cheap. And what happens when companies get rather cheap?
They become interesting for other companies to acquire.
But what company would be
Samsung.
so smart? It's like, damn it, you didn't even let me build it up, Jay.
Well, you paused too long. All right,
okay.
Start over.
Okay. So, Jay, what
Yes?
company would want to acquire
Samsung.
such a thing? Okay, there we go. That was a little better.
Oh,
I made it further that time. So basically,
Qualcomm.
this is going to be interesting, though, because here you have a company that's focused on display technology, which would be arguably 50% of the equation when you're talking about graphics acceleration and stuff like that.
But Samsung is quite the player in the mobile chip market, though. I mean, don't forget
That's
they have,
true.
Don't forget
That
they
is
have
true.
their octa-core. Remember, they have an 8-core mobile chip.
They do, actually.
And when I say mobile, I'm not talking about like cell phones or
I keep
tablets.
forgetting though,
I'm talking
like
cell phone.
every Japanese and Chinese company out there like makes like heavy equipment for taking down trees and televisions and computers and blenders and toasters and microwaves.
Yeah.
Like Hitachi. I saw a truck driving down the road that said Hitachi on it, and it had like tractor on the back that said Hitachi, and I was like, Hitachi?
Well, in CES 2013, I was at the Samsung keynote, and that was where they were talking about their 8-core mobile chip, which has not come to the United States yet, by the way. 2 years later, it's in Europe and Asia.
Dude, we get mobile stuff so late. I have a friend who's in Korea, and he showed me a cell phone that he has over there that has like a 24 megapixel camera on the side of it, and it has like 64 gig internal memory and everything. And it's like it's never going to be here. It's only in Korea. That's it.
Oh shit! I just got a chia from Derek. Sorry, I'm terrible at that. I keep Baker X Derek. He's a moto vlogger. So he's past 100,000. Congrats on that too, by the way, sir. So he basically does like what I do on my vlog channel, but he does it while riding on his crotch rocket.
Yep.
Now motorcycles scare the shit out of me, not because of the motorcycle, but because I don't like all the cages around scare the crap out of me. I have a friend that rides, and he went down, and it's like so the fact that he can keep an active thought while he's riding already gives me like I have like mad props for Derek. And not to mention, he's also local. He literally he's like literally in the same city I am, and so I keep looking around for his bike, but I've never seen him. That's what he's like. He's like mysterious.
For me, I like dirt biking. Like I have a YZ250F Yamaha that I like to go ride in the sand and everything, but I cringe at the idea of riding a bike on like the freeway with all these giant vehicles around me. It's like out in the sand. I've wrecked several times. It's like the sand's forgiving. If you clip another bike or something like that, your chance of survival is pretty good. And then I look at these street bikes and I'm like, all you got to do is accidentally rear end a car that slams on the brakes and boom, it's game over, you know?
But you know what's funny, though, is I talk about being afraid of all the cars around from a motorcycle's perspective, yet here I am cycling alongside of them, which is worse because I can't get out of the way quick
less
enough.
maneuverable vehicle that absorbs zero. You're right, though. You're totally right. It's weird that you look at it that way, but at least on a bike, if you need to, you can go like flying off onto the sidewalk and through a park. It's like you do that on a motorcycle, you're screwed.
It doesn't stop him from doing it anyway. You should watch his vlogs. He's got his pit bike adventures too, which is those little like little 80cc bikes or small bikes. And
the minis. Yeah.
He takes those through some like he basically goes bushwhacking.
Hey, you guys want to hear a funny fatty story? So a friend of mine had one of those they call it pocket racers.
Oh yeah.
Little bike that got like what is it, like a 20cc motor or something on it. I get on the thing and
you can buy them at like Pep Boys now.
Yeah. It had a centrifugal clutch on it. And he's like, yeah, just give it gas and it'll go. And they start giving it gas and it goes. And smoke just starts billowing out the side of it. It didn't even spin the back tire. It just fried the.
I think you might have had a little bit more torque in your body than the clutch was capable of.
I literally just was standing there with one foot on the ground, and just took off. The thing like pulled just a little bit and started smoking. And I was
does
like,
the same thing happen when you go to like go-kart tracks?
It does. I get in there. And usually, I got to get the one with the fresh clutch. I just tell him that right off the bat now, so I don't have to be embarrassed.
Give him a hello. He watches you too. He likes both of us.
Hello, sir.
He's another like 130 or 140,000 channels or sub channel that you can get a few off of. So make sure you.
I want to steal your subscribers. So I'll be by shortly after the show to steal your subscribers because if they like watching crotch rock, if they like watching fat nerds unbox things, I guarantee it.
Fat nerds on crotch rockets. Now that's a viral idea.
I'm not even joking. I saw a video once of these two, like huge. We're talking like 500-600 pound dudes on Harleys driving down the road side by side, and I was just like, "Good on you, good on you."
It's like those pictures you see of those fat chicks riding bitch seat. Sorry guys, that's what it's called, but don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. That's what it's called. Anyway, that got really weird.
Back to the Samsung. So Jay,
even if I ever met Derek in person, I'd have to deny it because he hides his face, which is smart considering he's not exactly the most legal of riders in terms of his speeds that he records. But he's one of those YouTubers that's like how everybody has their thing, right? Yeah. Mine has been like the high end PC shit. Yours is like the 3D printing. His is like everyone's like, who is this guy? Why is he a secret? He's like the Stig on a bike. Nobody knows who he is.
You know what he should do is he should just put text at the bottom of his videos that says, "Do not try this at home. This is on a closed course." Like just put, even though it's obviously not. Just put text down at the bottom and be like, "This is a closed course. These are professional actors driving these cars around me."
Oh yeah, right. This is performed. I've seen YouTube videos that do that too. It's like they're clearly on the 405 in LA, and they're like closed course professional driver. It's like bullshit,
dude. It blows my mind what people post on YouTube. Like just talking about this exact same subject.
We have 1337 viewers.
Wow, we have elite viewers. Woohoo! So no, anyways, there's a guy over in UK that does the same thing. He's on like this crotch rocket. And he races around in London, and he posts videos of him running from the police. He actually passes by police slow so that they'll pull out to pursue him, and then he leads them on a high-speed chase.
Aren't you talking about Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider, that's totally it. Yeah, like how the hell, why would you do that? Like there's got to be a way to trace him back.
But you know what, though? I don't think Ghost Rider is just one person, though. I think it's like anonymous, where they're all just kind of like dressed in black in the same like black bike sort of thing.
And they just upload the videos and the dude.
So Ghost Rider himself is more of an entity than an actual person.
Ooh, it's like anonymous on motorcycles.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's my thought, because I've used to watch all the Ghost Rider videos, and it's like all over Europe, not just England, but like Germany and Switzerland and Poland. So
maybe
he's behind, but Derek just replied that it's Ghost Rider. Yeah, everyone knows Ghost Rider, even me. I don't even ride. So,
I used to watch his videos. Yeah, it was crazy.
So we went off on a tangent there.
It happens.
So CES 2013, Samsung was talking about, they introduced their new 8-core processor, which was designed to compete with Snapdragon. They had teamed up with ARM. ARM was a big player in helping do the architecture for their 8-core. So since they've teamed up with ARM, I see why they would want to acquire AMD, but I'm wondering if they're interested in AMD's CPU technology, or if they're more interested in the ATI branch of AMD.
Because I think it'd be the ATI branch, honestly. I mean, they're most prominently known. I'm not saying that they don't make chips and stuff like that, but they're most prominently known for the display technology. And it seems like owning both the display side and the thing responsible for producing the image, like that's a big win in the long run.
But AMD is not just a GPU manufacturer. So what do you do with the rest of the company, right? The CPU side of them, granted, they've got some new APU stuff that they're really working on. Rumors of 6-core and 8-core FX-based, Kaveri-style APUs. But what do you do with that? If that's taking on water, and the only thing that's really even semi-profitable right now is the GPU market, which again, AMD acquired a successful company and didn't actually build it. What do you do with the part of the company that's failing as Samsung? Do you kill it?
You just kill it. I mean, look what Microsoft did with Nokia. I mean, they basically bought a brand, made a couple of phones, and then just killed it and kept the name.
I don't like that idea. I personally don't, because then the last thing we need is only Intel in terms of desktop computing. That's
talk about monopolies, right? That would be like the ultimate monopoly. Hey, what kind of chip do you got in your computer? Well, there's only one company making them.
I don't. Someone just confirmed it's called Team Ghost Rider. So there you go.
Team Ghost Rider.
So you know what though, I don't believe it would. I know the general public's knee-jerk reaction to that would be, oh my God, and Intel's going to raise prices. No, I don't believe that they would raise prices. I think my audio's low. I'll fix it, guys. I don't think that they would raise prices. What I quite honestly think that they would do is they would stop R&D happening as quickly as it is. I feel like they would just that should be better audio. I feel like things would just kind of go static or stoic.
You just think Intel would basically just slow down and release technology slower, since
they already have
another company.
They already have. If you look at the generational gaps from the Pentium 4 days, where AMD was actually beating them with like the 4800 plus, with the K6 series CPUs.
Yeah.
If you look at once Core 2 Duo came out and AMD's Phenom was sort of a flop compared to the Core 2 Duo and then the Q6600. Intel's generational leaps from socket to socket has not been massive at all.
No, and I remember 5 years ago, I remember seeing a technical bulletin come out at Microsoft where Intel had their projections for expanding outward instead of upward because they were hitting the limits of theoretical max speeds. And they were saying that by like 2015, they were going to have a 36-core processor available. And I haven't seen anything close to that yet.
Everybody's roadmaps have changed. Is everyone saying my audio is too loud now? I don't think so.
You sound good on my side.
I'm looking at the meters, and I'm only going to like 3/4 up.
How about me? Am I going a lot higher than you?
No, we look matched.
Oh,
Jay, your audio is shit now. Turn it back. Well, fine. What do you guys want me to do?
It just picked up a little bit of noise when you up the gain. That's it.
Oh,
Are
did
you
it?
guys hearing my air conditioner? Maybe.
Not really.
No. All right.
Fine, I'm gonna put it right there. That's where it's staying, guys. Sorry. Yo, gain too high. Okay, fine. Let's see here. So, yeah, I Intel's already started to really slow down the progress. Now, it could just be. Yeah. See, someone's talking about Moore's law. It could just simply be the fact that we are reaching the limits of the silicon altogether. You know, the resonating factor of silicon and how much frequency you can actually utilize. You know, the actual responsiveness of it. We might get to the point to where we need to like start harvesting the moon for sand. I don't know.
No, apparently there's some new materials in the works, like for a long time to replace silicon, but they're just not there yet.
Yeah.
And so it'll happen eventually. But as far as the speed of the processor, the cycle speed of the processor is important, but it also is important as how many instructions that processor has to, run through on each cycle. And that's why you have like the old RISC processors that used to be a quarter the speed and just as fast, at certain operations. But then there were certain operations they couldn't do at all. So it just depends. I think Samsung, if they merged with AMD, since they both have experience in creating processors, and Samsung on their side have a lot of experience in creating displays, I think that a lot of the technology, I mean, it's not going to be a smooth merger, but I think the technology could be merged together and they could come out with something better and highly competitive to Intel. And I don't think Samsung would acquire them unless that was the plan. Like, I don't see why you'd acquire a GPU company that's the underdog and a CPU company that's the underdog unless you don't have something in your pocket you can glue on there and make it, jump ahead.
I see Yoinker Man says that Intel and Nvidia are both sitting on technology. I don't believe that they are sitting on it at all, but I don't believe that they are honing it as well as they could be either. That's part of my
Is that better?
I couldn't really hear, but I guess they were complaining.
They might be able to hear. It might be more amplified on their end.
So
I gotta stay cool, guys. I gotta keep this body cool.
But you know what though? I would be afraid if I were one of those, AMD, one of those AMD fans with a little logo on my picture and stuff, and I'm all proud and loud about the fact that I'm, second place. I would be concerned though, because there's a lot of pride in that brand for those people who follow it. And do you think Samsung would just umbrella corp it, or do you think they would completely dissolve it into the Samsung brand?
No, there's no way. AMD, I think, has too much prestige, even as a second place underdog, for them to can the name. I think most of the money in their acquisition would be in having that name.
You think it would be AMD, a Samsung family?
Exactly. It just makes a lot of sense to me that they would do that, because especially if they're planning on moving more into a CPU market and they plan to continue progressing AMD's kind of line of CPUs, it makes sense to keep the name, because you're going to confuse the shit out of people. Because everybody pretty much is looking for Intel or AMD. Those are the two, monoliths out there. It kind of reminds me back of remember when the Cyrix processors were out? It's like 1 out of 10 guys knew what Cyrix was. It's like it just wasn't a very prolific.
Hold on, I'm gonna listen to the stream real quick. Everyone's saying that I have static. Would just umbrella corp it, or do you think they would completely dissolve it? There is a little bit of jerkiness into the audio. I don't know what's happening. Sorry guys, this is the deal with it this time. We'll figure it out later. I didn't move anything with the mic. What the problem is. That's weird. Jerry's holding perfectly still.
I was too.
No, I watched. I could see you slowly breathing. You can't completely stop that breathing, sir.
Why am I hearing all kinds of static now all of a sudden?
Are you really?
No, now it's good. It sounded like you were messing with the cable on something.
Oh, for a second there I was.
Yeah, that right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm moving the cable just to see if it was loose.
Stop! It goes.
So see, this is what happens when you're the engineer as well as the on microphone personality.
Hey, a bunch of people in chat are saying they should bring back the ATI name. I actually don't disagree with that. I think it'd be kind of cool if they bought AMD and then brought ATI out of the ashes. ATI returns now as the leading GPU.
I guess
that could be interesting. I don't know. It's been gone so long, though. A lot of people probably don't even know ATI.
Look how mad everyone.
Everyone's fuck my ears, rip my ears. Oh, God, my ears. Oh my god! And this is all delayed for us guys. So
I know. So this is all like 60 seconds at least after. Rest in peace, headphone users.
bombs.
How unprofessional. Is it good now?
You sound fine to me.
Is it good?
That sounds way better. Actually, we should do the whole show like that, like close to the microphone, be like, today on Tech Talk, we are talking about Samsung acquiring AMD.
Everyone should come to the chat just to see how terrible this could go.
Enflame says, sorry I'm late. Don't worry, Enflame. You made it in here, and that's what counts.
Sorry, I started playing music.
Oh, did you really?
I was like, I'll cover up that static.
All right, so we talked about the AMD Samsung.
Yeah,
thing.
remember, guys. Go and ask at Timmy Tech TV for all of his professional knowledge about the subject matter. As he was the one who broke the news.
Everybody, go tweet at Timmy Tech TV right now and ask him random questions about Samsung's acquisition of ATI, and make sure that you tag it with hashtag PeckerPals. That way we can track it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jay, what else is going on, huh? What do you got there, buddy? Do we need to go out and hit up the tech sites?
I think so.
Let's do it. Okay, we're gonna hit up the tech sites because we want to keep this technial for you guys. We don't want to go off on a tangent and start doing silly shit like we always do. You know, that would offend a couple of you.
It's too late. You just can't hear it.
Oh my god, there's still lag from that. Stop messing with the mic. Oh my god.
Static Pals. I haven't touched the mic in like 3 minutes or 4 minutes.
It's okay, guys. It's okay. Everybody, your tits, calm them. All right, let's see what we got here.
Oh, thoughts on Top Gear?
Oh man.
Well, you know what's
sad. You just ruined my day, Jay.
No. Here's the thing. I have a feeling that in a month or so, BBC's gonna cave, just like Sony did, because think about it this way. This producer got his nose out of joint, right? Okay, so he and Clarkson allegedly get into a spat. Clarkson hits the guy, gives him like a bloody lip or something, right? Instead of being a man and being like, oh, okay, let's go buy a beer now and get over it like a man would, he goes and like runs to the BBC like executives and like boo-hoos and belly aches about it. Oh, he hit me. Probably trying
Actually, he wasn't the one that reported it.
Okay, somebody reported it then, but somebody
here's
somebody on the crew. Somebody on the crew reported it though, right?
No. According to everything that I read, what happened is immediately after the incident, Clarkson reported it to the BBC, and the producer didn't. He just went to the hospital and got his lip patched up, and he wasn't going to say nothing. And that's why Clarkson keeps saying, "Leave that guy alone." He's been telling the media to leave the guy alone because everybody's like ripping on him, like he's the reason. But I want
to know who in the BBC. See, somebody in the BBC then must have had some sort of a personal vendetta against Clarkson.
Oh, there was a lot of people at the BBC that had a vendetta with that guy.
But I have to wonder if those people were associated with the show at all. Because here's the thing. They had it out for Clarkson, but because neither Richard or James will come back to the show without him, that guy with a vendetta against Clarkson just put an entire production crew out of business. Or out of work, I should say.
Pretty much. But I think the thing here, I mean, the thing that sucks the most here is that Clarkson admits what he did was wrong. He admits that, you know, he shouldn't have punched the guy. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like they're trying to make an example of him by getting rid of him, but that kills their most successful show. Gets rid of two of their other most successful broadcasters. It's like it doesn't really make sense. It's kind of like that whole punishment fits the crime thing. And plus we still don't know the whole entire truth of what went on. It's not said what the producer said to provoke him to hit him. You know, everybody's just assuming that Clarkson just like, you know, hauled off and hit this guy.
Well,
no, there was a verbal discussion going back.
The story that I heard, which, you know, again, this is all alleged. I mean, we're like 86,000 times removed from this conversation. And so who knows how true it is, but it was apparently over a meal, like had to do with food.
Yeah, and I think that's the consensus in a lot of them is that, but that's all they're saying. I mean, for all we know, he walked up and he's like, you know, where's my hot meal? And they got a little tissel back and forth, and it just kept escalating. Old things came out because, you know, I know the producer and him, you know, they had some tension between them beforehand, and it probably just kept escalating. He probably said something incredibly racist to one guy. The other guy said something incredibly racist back. Next thing you know, they're throwing punches. I mean, we don't know. But the fact that he just went to the hospital to get his lip checked out and he wasn't going to report it to the BBC.
I see people here saying that Clarkson was like kind of a repeat offender in terms of getting in trouble.
Oh, he's been in trouble so many times.
Of course, though. I mean, the guy's a lot like me on YouTube. He says things that piss people off.
It's
he does things people don't like.
Good, though. That makes the show good.
You know what? The show's not dead. It might be dead on BBC, but another network, especially out in London, would be just completely stupid to not pick up this show.
I think BBC owns the rights to Top Gear, though. I don't think that they'd license them. To
Okay,
anybody.
fine then. They'll come in, but they can just change the name and call it Second Gear. I
Did
don't
you see
know.
my tweet? I sent a tweet to all three of them. Obviously, they're never going to see it because they're getting so flooded. But I put out there, I said, you guys should all just get together and crowdfund a new TV show called Top Cog.
That's,
Just compete with Top Gear. You'd steal the whole audience in one episode. It would be hilarious.
you know they're coming back. I mean,
Yeah.
There's no way. These guys are such enthusiasts on what they do, and they have such a worldwide following. There's never been a show in America other than maybe Doctor Who that's been as successful as Top Gear in
Right.
the United States. Most
I
of the
agree.
United States production companies are like, no, the U.S. is ground zero for all TV entertainment. Screw Britain, right? But
It was amazing. It was an amazing thing, and I'm sad if it doesn't come back. But the other thing too is, as I understand it, Jeremy's already in talks with another network to do a reality-based TV show or something where he's learning how to run a farm or something. It's
Oh,
something that
jeez.
so if he accepts, I mean, if they don't bring him back quick, I mean, and he accepts that, he's going to be under contract, and they're not going to be able to start Top Gear again. So it'll be interesting. I'm curious to see
But-
what
but
happens
what-
from the whole thing. But
But
God,
all I'm saying is that they will be back. That trio will be back in some fashion.
they seem like they seem like they're genuine friends off screen, you know. So I think
If
they'll
you follow,
probably
I
stay
follow
together.
all three of them on Twitter. If you follow them on Twitter, you'll know that they are all three like best friends. And
Yeah, I
and,
do
and,
too.
and have quarrels and spats with each other too. But they all like get over it. Like you and I have had our fair share of arguments and things.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some people even get like worried sometimes and like start saying that we hate each other. And it's like,
Well,
no, good,
you know,
good friends
there-
fight. It's what
there-
you do.
But there was that time you told me to go fuck myself and like literally signed off on me. But we got over it.
Did I do that?
Yeah, remember you like went off. You were like, "Fuck you, Jay. Fuck this. I don't need this shit. Fuck you," and you like disappeared. And then you're like you texted me later, like, "I'm sorry."
That doesn't sound like me at all.
It was totally you at the height of one of your stressful events.
Oh, probably then. All right, guys. So, but I didn't punch him.
Only
But he
because
was
we were
here.
1,000 miles away.
The internet prevents violence.
The fist comes through the screen. I'm like, "Ow! What the hell?"
Oh, we've both had our tussles, but if I really did that, oh my god, I think I win the award for the biggest
don't-
tussle.
You don't remember that?
I don't at
It
all.
was actually over TikTok.
Uh,
You don't remember that? That's
how
funny.
long was it? A while ago? Like,
It was
doesn't-
when it was the day Fractal Josh came into studio here and we had Timmy Tech TV on. Because you were busy doing like 3D printing stuff or something, and you were like behind, and I thought you were gonna get topics, and so I was waiting on you, and you were like, "No, I thought we understood. I didn't have topics for you," and then I was like, "Jerry, you let me down," and you were like, "Fuck you, I'm out." You don't remember that?
I honestly don't. I have the worst memory ever,
You-
but it's
you-
funny because now I want to like go back and just see like what you said to get me that antsy in my pants. Like,
No,
I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, guys. I have really lows with depression. I really do. You guys don't see them because I don't make videos and stuff.
Well,
But
but
I do
you-
have my bad times.
you know what I think would have probably shocked people more though, at the fact that you like completely cussed me out, was the
What's that?
fact the way I responded to it. I was like, "It's cool, Jerry. We'll talk about it tomorrow."
And then I just had to cool off, and then everything was good.
Yeah, you texted me like an hour later on my phone, and you were like, "I'm sorry, bro. Are we cool?"
Yeah, you've never gone off on me like that, but you definitely. I can tell when you're pissed. Like I can't, like you know, when you have a friend, even over text, you can figure things out. Like you can figure out emotion and everything. And there's been some
Yeah.
conversations we've had where I've been like, oh.
I love the fact though that you don't remember like literally going off on me for
I
like
don't remember
15
going
minutes worth of
postal on you.
expletives. It was like 15 minutes worth of expletives.
I believe you. I absolutely believe you. It's just I don't really remember. I do remember something about us having a fight because I didn't get the shit and you thought that I got the shit. I do kind of vaguely remember that there was a fight, but I just don't remember like going off on you on Skype saying "fuck you, Jay."
Oh, no,
I
you
hate you. Hope you die. Log off.
Yo, you did. You were like, "I'm out. I don't need this bullshit. I have enough stress. Fuck you. I resigned from Tech Talk."
This is no, I do remember.
Yeah.
No, I know which one you're talking about. I don't remember getting that worked up, but I do remember saying that I'm not going to do Tech Talk anymore if the shit stays like this or something, and then I logged off.
Every sentence you wrote me had a few expletives in it.
I do. Okay, I vaguely remember
Vaguely.
getting pretty pissy and
Guys-
threatening not to be on.
Guys,
the show.
apparently I'm not important enough for him to remember like cussing out.
Hey, for the record, Chris Perillo and I still haven't figured out why I was banned from his channel. So my memory sucks.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm gonna ban you from my channel real quick. Hold on.
just ban me off there.
All right, but I mean, so as you guys can see, even like people who have really good synergy get worked up towards each other. So that was what happened with Top Gear, obviously. But it just kind of sucks though that
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
pay for it. Everybody pays for it.
yeah, but I guess I just don't understand. I mean, I almost feel like it's the BBC cutting off their own foot to spite their face, or nose to spite their face, whatever that saying goes.
I
It's
think like they feel like they're in one of those situations where it's like they have to, because like they're saying that if they don't fire him, they're basically just opening up a whole can of worms for everybody to punch all
oh,
their
so they're using the NFL argument.
basically.
I see. Because remember, there was a while there where it was apparently like a prerequisite in the NFL to beat up your girlfriend.
Oh my god.
Well, remember last
Oh
year?
my
how it
god!
seemed
Look at Chad's finally catching up. Everybody's like, "Shame on you, nerdgasm! Ban Jerry for life."
Ben Jerry's.
Hey,
life.
I accept responsibility. I do remember getting pretty mad at Jay, and probably more than once too. But we always patch it up. Trust me, Jay has his lows too, guys. He just doesn't say a bunch of expletives and log off Skype.
No, I'm the opposite. When I have my lows, I'm very introverted. I don't talk about it.
That's true. You are more of the quiet type, and then I try to beat it out of you. And
Literally with like a stick.
Literally, I fly down there and I take my what is it, the Maglite 8D cells and just beat you with it. just for the record, guys, we are not condoning violence. We got to throw that out there. We are not condoning it. It wasn't what Jeremy Clarkson did was not okay, but still, don't take Top Gear away from everybody. You know, make him apologize and make him give the producer $5 million so that he can just retire and do whatever he wants with the rest of his life, and then everybody's happy. And then the message we send is it's okay to punch somebody in the face as long as you're willing to give them $5 million. I'm okay with that. I'd let anybody punch me in the face for $5 million. I'd let Mike Tyson punch me in the face, bare knuckled, for like $5 million.
I know. Then you could afford the facial reconstruction surgery.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, facial reconstruction's probably only about $1 million too, so I still walk away pretty good even after taxes.
Although you have to eat your food through a straw in your nose.
I like McDonald's milkshakes, so we're good there. I'll be okay. Mike Tyson, if you're listening, that offer stands. Everybody go tweet Mike Tyson and tell him you can punch me in the face for $5 million. Let's do this. That'd be the funniest video ever.
The music I'm playing during this conversation is why everyone's cracking up.
I like how Tech Talk went to how Jay and I have a harsh relationship sometime, and Mike Tyson should punch me in the mouth for $5 million. I love the internet.
Do you hear the music I used for this conversation?
No, I didn't hear. Let me unmute the stream real quick.
That's where everyone started LOLing.
Guys, just so you know, I can't hear the music or the soundboard that Jay's using while I'm talking. So for all I know, I'm making farty noises and lightning and music's playing. I have no idea.
I got really quiet all of a sudden. That's going to suck for the MP3 users.
Everybody's tweeting hashtag Jerry condones violence, hashtag Banacles.
Banacles. That's a good one, actually, right there. Banacles. I'm actually going to pull up my special effects section.
Hashtag now. Pecker Pals stick together. That sounds gross. Oh, you guys crack me up.
We do have the best audience, but
hey Jay, should we tell everybody about our decision to move to Vessel effective immediately? We're totally kidding.
I love how I gave everyone the update about me leaving my job. But I didn't even think about the timing of everyone going to Vessel. So I did the video, and it's like 12 minutes of just me being open, right? And so I started reading through the comments, and people were like, "I fucking knew it, Jay. You're going to Vessel. I hate you." I'm like, "What are you talking? You didn't even watch the video."
I didn't understand that either. I watched the whole video, and I didn't hear you even say like Vessel once, and every comment was like just beating you down for going to Vessel. And I was like, I don't get this at all.
Well, because it was entitled like the future of JayzTwoCents. Everyone just kind of came to an assumption without even watching it. So that's why I had to update the title. I was like, this is not about Vessel. This isn't about Vessel. I have no... look, as somebody who's going independent right now and has built like a fairly stable foundation, why would I go independent and then rock that foundation? That's not... And I don't know, maybe Vessel will turn into something in the future that's worthwhile, but I have no intentions of like doing the double upload thing.
So Jay, since you know, obviously the Vessel thing was a joke, should we tell them the truth about us moving to Patreon immediately?
Guys, I'm going to Vimeo. It's confirmed.
I'm going to Blip TV. See you there. No. No, guys, we're staying on YouTube until they make us go bye-bye. When YouTube finally finds a way to completely, if Google ever finds a way to completely ruin the platform and dethrone it, well, then we might have to consider moving. But in the meantime, we're fine. We're gonna stay there. Despite them being kind of bullies on the whole ad and sponsorship thing. That was a little bit bad.
Oh, I found some sound effects.
You getting some sound effects?
That's a gun. See, machine gun?
Vesselgate. Hashtag Vesselgate. I wonder if that's actually a hashtag. Let me see here. Okay, I'm looking here.
Vesselgate? I wouldn't
There's
be
only
surprised.
one vessel. Only one word on Vesselgate. Unfollow people whose tones put you off. Okay, you're weird, dude. Okay.
Alrighty.
Everybody's literally God. I love this Twitter thing. So now everybody's tweeting Mike Tyson, telling him that he should punch me in the face for $5 million.
Are they really tweeting like
They really
actually at
are.
him?
They're really tweeting the real verified at Mike Tyson.
Look, I made explosion. On the chat.
So here we go. Here, I'll read some of them. This is funny. Okay, so Mike Tyson, Barnacle said he'd let you punch him in the face for $5 million. I say you do it. And then you got Fragment52 saying you can punch Barnacles in the face for $5 million. Hashtag Pecker Pals. I'm sure he's going to be confused by that one.
There we go.
Hey, Mike Tyson, Barnacles wants you to punch him in the face for $5 million. Another guy. Barnacles said you can punch him in the face for $5 million. Hashtag facial reconstruction surgery.
Jeez.
And it just keeps going. Same thing over and over again. Oh, this is nice. All right. I like it.
I'm just gonna let that go for a while.
What, the fire?
Yeah. It's just constant explosions playing over you. There's no sound effects, but
Going down in flames, folks. Going down in flames.
literally.
Literally and figuratively tonight.
Is there any other interesting tech news going on? We're only 34 minutes in, and we've already gotten to.
We're 34 minutes in. We already burned up Samsung. Everybody thinks I'm cyberbullying you now. And,
So really,
and Mike
it's
Tyson's
accurate.
gonna come punch me in the face, and I don't think I'm gonna get $5 million either.
Hey, let's loop that. This is fun. There we go. Now we have more explosions in there.
Oh, actually, somebody just made an off comment on Twitter saying that the only time shit started with Clarkson was after he sold his controlling interest in Top Gear brand. I believe it. I mean, if he still owned 51% today,
Then
he
they wouldn't
literally
have the
would just
power.
take the show with him. He would just go sell it to another market that would pick it up for more than BBC was paying for it.
Do you see the fire?
Yeah, I do. Oh, it's just down at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah,
Burning.
but watch it. It explodes. Watch. It's actually an explosion.
Oh, wow.
Now Tech Talk has gone high special effects.
Although you kind of screwed it up. The explosion was like kind of down in the corner and on top of me. Oh, there we go. All right. I was waiting for you to like chroma key it properly.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, now with
Yeah,
fire.
you're way behind. You must have buffered. You're way behind.
Yeah, no, I'm lagging bad.
My computer actually, oh my god, temperatures went up to the 70 degrees on the core when I put those up for real-time rendering and chroma key.
Oh, wow. Somebody posted Twitter saying, Jay, someone copied your system. And I clicked on it. It's on Tech Radar.
Yeah.
It actually does look like your system.
They've actually very closely copied my system, but they're using an SHT10, I believe, which has the top and bottom radiator section.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean,
but the color scheme, the layout, it's really similar.
I've inspired a lot of systems, but I can't take credit for that because Snef on OCN, who's like a very well-known high-end PC modder,
Yeah.
his name is Snef, SNEF. He did the first white and red SMA8 build, which inspired Red Mist. And then my system, I did the things that I thought I could have done better on Red Mist in my system. And
So
so
what you're saying is everybody's robbing everybody, like usual.
Snef was the first one to do the SMA8 build. So everyone's really copying Snef when they use the hardline tubes that goes through the floor. Yeah.
Just hashtag punch Barnacles in the face for $5 million and then piss on his face. I did not agree to that. This is escalating.
Yes, I agree. Everyone should piss on his face. Wrong
No,
sound. We don't want that one.
not cool, Jay. Not cool. Here, let's pull up. I'm gonna pull up the old Tech Radar. See what's going on here. What's going on, old Tech Radar?
Jay, why did Luke quit your channel? What does that even mean?
Ooh, that didn't make any sense at all.
I have no idea what Luke quit my channel means.
Ooh, you know what we should talk about? Oh my god. Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015.
Really?
I'm not even kidding. Like, here, hold on. I'll pull up a link and send it to you in chat.
We now have an undertone for the channel.
This is gonna be the best thing ever. I can't wait for this to come out. I honestly cannot wait for this to come out. It's gonna,
Shower with Your Dad Simulator?
yeah, this right here. It's gonna be the best game. I think it's gonna rival GTA 5 for sales.
Everyone's saying piss on your face for next to 300.
Mm,
If you already can't feel it,
500. But that's true. If he punches me in the face first and I can't feel it, then I'd do 300. But if I still have some feeling left in my face, I'd want like 500. Piss you, please.
Yeah, and Joda's saying that he's been around a lot longer than Case Labs. I don't know if that's true. Case Labs has been around since the 90s, but still.
I didn't know that, really?
Yeah, Case Labs has been around as another aerospace company that's been building case enclosures and server racks for the government for like 20 years.
I had no idea. So, in case you guys didn't know it, there is a new game that has been greenlit on Steam, proving that anything can be greenlit.
Wait. People are saying Luke left Linus Media Group? That's not right.
No, he didn't.
What the hell are people talking about?
What? Wait, is like more than one person said this?
I saw 2. But I would think that this would be like a big deal if that was really the case.
Yeah, don't you think we'd be seeing some crazy Twitter stuff going on, like if that was the case? If you guys have any proof of it, post a URL or something, or tweet us a URL.
I mean, here he was just yesterday talking about
I know,
show
like,
guests and
there's
stuff.
there's just no way. Those guys are like pecker pals for life.
Yeah.
For life. Like they're even more pecker pals than we are, Jay. They're ultimate pecker pals.
Well, they have to be. They're sort of contractual.
Yeah, they're contractual pecker pals.
Jay, what did I think about Paul's Hardware Mad Libs forum post? I thought it was interesting.
Jay, I want to hear your thoughts on Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015.
Now everyone's saying Luke got fired, Luke quit, Luke was fired. No, he wasn't. It was a joke. Oh, I can see Linus doing a funny joke of like, that's it, Luke, you're fired. But then people like believing it because there's a lot of sheeple.
Sheeple? I like that. I'm going to use that word, sheeple.
That's not my word. That's been around for a long time.
Did you steal that from somebody else?
I have royalties. I used it with royalty licensing agreement.
Everybody be stealing everything on this internet. Oh, this is funny.
I love when someone makes like a troll comment, but it doesn't even show up because YouTube's already blacklisted them. I'm seeing a lot of comments.
Oh yeah, it just says comment automatically deleted.
Yeah, it says blocked by blacklist. It just means YouTube has gotten enough complaints about this person to where they don't even show their comments automatically.
They're just automatically blocked.
Yeah, it's the only person that can see it is the streamer, but not the audience.
Well, the funny thing is I've like I've blacklisted like so many people that like when the little comments and stuff go down, like people talk, like I see other people talking about other comments and I can't even see the other comment.
Everyone's saying that Luke fired Linus. That seems a lot more likely.
Oh my God, a plot twist. Luke this whole time ran Linus Media Group.
It was actually Luke. It was actually Luke Media Group.
And another twist, his name really isn't Luke, it's Fred.
Fredrickson.
Fred Fredrickson. Dun, dun, dun.
Here's the proof, Luke quitting. No, I'm not watching your video.
Somebody made a video.
they put in a watch URL.
All right, let's see here. I'm gonna see. Luke quits Linus Tech Tips. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't post the video. Like, obviously, it's a joke. Let's see.
You tell me, sir. I'm waiting for your reaction. This is Barnacles
I'm
reacts
watching it right now.
Barnacles reacts. Wait. Hold on. Let me get the music. Get the music. Hold on. I have to get the right undertone for this. Okay, give me a second. Hold on. Shit, I have unordered them not the way I want. That makes no sense. English is hard. Okay. Nope, that's not what we want. That's porn music. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Hold on.
I can't. It's really quiet. Okay, so what it looks like.
Wait, I haven't got the music up yet. I accidentally had porn music going. Nope, that's happy music. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a happy thing. I don't know. God, where is all my music? Crack a skull. Oh, that's very like R&B. Nope, we don't want that. I normally keep it ordered by genre type, but I accidentally messed up all my files here. So
Jay, you're ruining this whole experience here.
No, you stop it.
You're just ruining it.
Oh, that's a fart. So, that's the wrong sound. Oh wait, here we go. Nope. Okay, yes. Here you go. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm watching it right now.
This is Jerry reacts to Luke quits Linus Media Group.
Okay, so what it looks like, and again, it's not even on, oh, this is the thing that's a little weird. It's not on their channel. It was actually uploaded on a separate channel and it's not even affiliated with them. It's Flash News. And it says the comments in the description is Josh, while recording the segment, complains about the terrible working conditions. And it is taken from like a side style vlog camera while they're standing in front of a green screen. I'm still not convinced it's real, but they are having an argument and said turn off the cameras. All right, let's see here. The audio level's like so low, I almost can't even hear what they're saying.
First of all, who's Josh?
I think he's one of the camera guys.
Everyone's saying it's a joke. It could be a stage
No,
joke.
it's got to be a joke because I mean he's literally following Luke with the camera as he walks off after they said turn off the cameras. You'd think Linus would notice somebody walking around with a camera at head height pointing at everybody.
Well, that's one way to get hype going about your brand.
I don't know though. I couldn't tell you. I mean, Luke looks genuinely pissed. Like,
Well, why don't I Skype him?
yeah, just
Wait. Hold on.
oh, and then you okay, here this is bullshit. So then you expand the title and like down a whole bunch of lines, so you have to expand the title. It says, please note this was indeed fake. No one who works for Linus or his company is treated unfairly. Like, what? Why would you say at the top he's talking about terrible working conditions and quits, and then you have to expand the description to see that it's not? They did a pretty good job of it though, if it was fake.
I just Skyped him. I don't know if he's going to respond or not, but we'll see.
So somebody just commented, I love this, the best comment ever. You're an idiot. Canadians aren't that rude to each other. This was just a skit. It's true. There aren't no mean. Canadians are not mean people. They're not.
It's
They're
a joke by Josh as a sponsor. Yeah, probably. They'll do anything for money.
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, it looked like they were filming a fractal design skit, and then they went off camera with a separate camera. No, it's completely staged, but the ending was pretty convincing. My
Josh,
off the loop.
Josh likes to do that though. He doesn't like to do conventional ways of like branding.
Yep.
So he's always done things like that with LMG, like the pie in the face and all that stuff.
I'm gonna see if they kept it in the original video. If they did, then you know it's fake. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, they did. Never mind. They totally did. It was in the pixel persistent motion blur as fast as possible video that they did for Tech Quickie, and it's completely in their. It's edited into their original video.
I see.
So the page I just watched it on was like somebody who ripped them off. So
way to go! Way to give him that view, Jerry.
I'll go report him immediately.
Can you
Luke's a good actor though. Luke looked genuinely pissed at the end. Like I didn't believe it up until that point until he stormed out of the door, and I was
if
like,
it wasn't
oh.
for the fact that I know they'd get mad, I would totally play it. So can you give us some like words of wisdom?
For what?
I don't know. Give us some tech wisdom, like a tech tip. How about a bad tech? How about a bad tech tip?
Bad tech tips are fun.
And you got to tell me before you go.
All right, hold on. Let me think of a good bad tech tip. All right, go.
Okay.
All right, today's bad tech tip is to clean that nasty dust out of your fan. Put your lips over a toilet paper tube and apply it to the opening and suck really hard. Was that a good bad tech tip?
Yeah, it was perfect actually. You just gotta hear it with the music used.
I love how we're like on a live stream. We're like, even despite the lag, we're just like unmuting the stream and watching it.
Well, that's because you can hear it, not me.
I know. Play.
I can totally hear it in your speaker. The music will be coming right now. we need to do a series of these. Bad tech tip number 2. Best way to clean your computer is just pour water on it.
No. My last bad tech tip on cleaning your computer was to take a bath with it, preferably with it plugged in, because the electrons help release the dust.
That's legit. We should try that.
Oh,
we should actually try that.
That'd be a funny video. As long as the bath was filled with distilled water, you could probably get away with it too. That would be an expensive bath, though, Jay.
Yeah, it would cost your life.
Dun, dun, dun. I can't believe somebody tried to convince us that Luke left Linus. That depressed me a little bit. That was like Jeremy Clarkson level depression.
Really? You know that wouldn't happen.
That wouldn't happen, but if it did, it'd make me like really sad. Like I'd feel like there's no hope.
Oh, can you do this? Say, "Oh my God, Luke has left Linus Media Group," and make a very shocked face at the camera.
I can do that. All right, ready?
And go.
Oh my God, Luke has left Linus Media Group. All right, was that good?
Ah, you stopped too soon.
Oh, damn it!
It's good. You have to hold the face for like 5 seconds.
I didn't know.
Wait, let's do this again. This is good because we can cut this out later in the future.
We gotta do this again.
You guys are watching like production now happen live.
Yeah.
Right?
This is production.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Luke has left Linus Media Group.
All right, you should actually watch that one.
What are you doing?
You should actually watch that one.
Oh,
Oh man, this is
what Jay does. Jay just tries to get me in trouble. That's all he does.
I think you're watching it now, right?
All right, I am. I am waiting for it.
Okay.
All right, here it's about to go.
Jerry responds.
Here we go.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Why are 2,000 people watching this?
I don't know. I don't
You know why? It's because we're all just hanging out at the bar right now, right?
This is totally like this is tech talk at the bar. This is what would happen if you went to the bar.
I mean, do you guys think that this show would be like more fun and interesting if we actually had it scripted and like time coded out? Like, okay, it's now 9 or 6:49. We have to talk about such and such.
Yeah, where we do the back and forth. It's like, today Samsung has bought AMD in a process to challenge Intel. Now back to you, Jay.
Dun, 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 dun. With the little orchestra stinger.
That actually might be kind of funny. I'll be honest. We should do it. We should script an entire episode. Let's just script an entire episode.
You know what would make it actually funny though is if, because there's no way we'd be able to stick to the script, but it would be us trying to get back on script. That would be even funnier.
It would be damn near impossible, which would make it like
right,
that much funnier.
Do your Samsung's buying AMD little thing, little teaser or hook again.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Today, Samsung is trying to acquire AMD to try to rival Intel. Back to you, Jay.
I know you're going to say back to you. I did the little bump bump.
Oh.
Right at the end, the little tuba. Bump bump.
Dude, I want to get a soundboard too, but I guess
I don't have a soundboard. I just have a lot of files that I know very well where they're actually, like here's this one.
Well, I can't hear it for like 30
That's
seconds.
okay. It's just the Trollala song. Something like that.
So tech tips.
Everyone is saying that our show would suck if we scripted it out and timed it out.
It would. It's just not who we are. It's like that. The thing I like about this is it's mostly just me and you hanging out. I mean, the only thing tech about it is that we're both in the tech space.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I like that. I want to keep that. And the funny thing is, you always get a couple people that are like, "No, I hate it. You guys should go back there." But the majority of people love it. I mean, honestly, we've almost got 2,000 people watching right now. If they want to watch something like, I mean, they can go watch any number of other live streams where the people are like, "Yes, and today the water-cooled muffler bearing on the silicon plate is exemplary and works on 2.4 giga microquads." It's like, they can go anywhere and get that. But where are they going to get Pecker Pals and storyboards, or not storyboards, soundboards? Nowhere. That's where. I'm Batman. What are you doing?
I can control the mood perfectly with the music, no matter what you're saying.
Jerry is a bump hunter? That I am, sir. That I am. It said we should script it and insert sound effects that completely don't fit the topic or situation.
Well, I'm already kind of doing that with the music. Music that doesn't fit the topic or situation.
We should have played something really happy during the Jeremy Clarkson thing to throw people off. Be like, I'm really sad that Top Gear is gone. It was a big part of my life. I grew up with that show, Jay, and now it's gone because Jeremy Clarkson punched somebody in the face over a steak.
Why do I have such a big library of porn music?
Oh, this is
Pretty much. Pretty much. Just wait for the comments to catch up to that one.
I like that. Bad tech tip. Unplug your water pump and boot your PC and see how warm your room gets. Well, technically your room's going to get just as warm with it off or on. Radiant heat,
now
baby.
people are back to complaining that my mic volume's too low. Well, I'm not touching it. Last time I did that, everyone said I killed their ears.
You can't please everybody, Jay. You can't please them. Just can't.
Do you hear the music?
No. Oh, wait, I gotta unmute the stream, dude. Boom, chicka, boom, boom, chicka, boom.
I don't know why I have so much porn music, but I really do.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Tech tip. You got a bad hard drive? Stroke it.
Oh, I've got. You want to do an infomercial? I've got infomercial music.
Let's do
All
it.
right, just pick. Okay, grab something on your desk there and just ad lib and go and tell me when you're ready. Let's see. Okay, guys, this is Jerry's improv. We're gonna do some improv here and
We're
see
gonna do
how
some improv stuff now. You're the music guy.
when you're ready.
All right,
And
let's
you know
go.
what? You know what I'll do? I shall actually make you. Let's do this. Let's make you full screen, so you have the entire screen. How's that?
Here, I'll even move the mic over here a little bit.
So we're gonna give Jerry the entire screen here. Let me fix it real quick because now your colors are a little bit. Whoa, that's really dark. Okay, there we go. All right, you tell me when you're ready, sir, and I shall start the infomercial music, and the floor will be entirely yours. You'll have the talking stick,
Let's do it.
and give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1. Hello, let me ask you a question. Do you guys like to play with your little head? Do you like to stroke your little head? Well, if not, how about stroke Jerry's little head? Right here, authentic bronze built 3D printed at 0.2 millimeters. This is Jerry's head. He's very, very strokeable and very lickable. Get Jerry's head today. Only 399 yen. There you go.
I'm so red right now.
Oh my god.
You have to watch it. You have to.
You know what?
All right,
That would actually be a really funny
it's
one
starting
on
on
a
the
podcast.
It's
On a
starting on the.
podcast. Oh, no.
Yes, it's starting on the stream. You got it. You got it. That's it. We're gonna start doing more of these, like actual videos. You hear the music? You hear the music though, right?
Yeah, I do. That's
Okay.
awesome, dude. That's
It's
awesome.
it's the perfect music for that. All right. You know, we could crowdsource some improv topics for the next half hour.
Oh my god.
Do you guys have a topic that we have to do a little commercial on there? It's hard for me to do it though when I can hear the music because the funny part is you have no context. You know what I mean?
This is true. This is true. I don't think it would work well if you could hear the music. Although it might. It depends. You should try it anyways and just see where it goes.
Oh man, I don't know though. I'm not a great improver.
No, dude, pick up your Titan X and just go to town. I want to see you do an infomercial
Well,
on the Titan X.
Which one?
Shut up, you dickhole. The one that's closest to you, the box on top.
The box
Mr.
on top of the box on top, or the top box on top?
Mister, I have 3 Titan X's. Okay, Jay, we all know that you got 3 Titan X's, buddy.
Okay, Mr. 346-inch
Dude,
monitor.
I almost lost my shit. Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, me on a bike with my CPAP mask. Oh my god. The internet.
I just think it's
love
funny
you.
that you're giving me shit only a couple days after getting 3 Titans with how many years we've heard about your 3 panels.
Oh god, these panels are old though. They're not. They're ancient.
It's
Nobody cares about them. They're not relevant anymore.
It's a good thing people really started liking your 3D printing because that would have worn off over time there.
Yeah, I know that video only has, I don't know, like 1.7 million views or something. I lost track.
Oh, yo. Show the Titans? I can't. They're buried under a pile of other NVIDIA cards.
Ooh, now we got hashtag stroke Jerry's little head going on. Nice. Let the hashtags flow. Let them flow like water. Dirty water.
Vessel. Everybody go to Vessel. Oh, yo.
Oh my gosh.
Linus couldn't get... Wait, who is this guy and how does he have a check mark? I'm so sick of people being like, Linus couldn't get 2 and Jay got 3. That has nothing to do with this, though.
Do you ever find it creepy when people use your face as their avatar on Twitter?
I'm kind of confused.
bizarre.
No, look, this Jacob Abercrombie guy has a verified check, but he has 0 subs.
Oh,
I'm so
shit. How does
confused
that
right
work?
now. Maybe he's the real Abercrombie from like Abercrombie and Fitch.
That's a good call.
I would ask him for some clothes, but I'm guaranteed that they don't fit because they actually
just ask
they,
him for doubles, and your wife can stitch them together. It'll be
they
fine.
hate fat people. They actually, you know, the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch actually. Remember when Boogie did that video about fat shaming? Because Abercrombie and Fitch, the CEO came out and actually said that the reason why he doesn't carry anything over extra large is because he believes that his clothes are not for fat people.
Interesting.
I was like, well, what is? I don't know which one said that, Abercrombie or Fitch, but I wonder what the other guy thought.
Well, I'm going to found a company called Abercrombie and Fat Ass, and I'm only going to make like 3XL and up. Them skinny people can just go to hell.
Oh, Abercrombie.
What?
Abercrombie, whatever. How the hell do you have a verified check mark and you've got 0 subs? I want to know. That is weird.
Well, I tried bribing the verify people, and they didn't bite. So
It's
I
all.
went with,
It's
well, I
all.
looked at the rules. You have to use your real name. Your absolute first and real last name have to be used for you to get verified.
But oh, that's right. Linus does use Linus Sebastian.
Yep.
Yes.
I looked through the rules, and like rule number 3 checkpoint says is it has to be your real legal name for them to verify you.
But you already are Jerry Berg up there, so.
No, I'm not actually. If you
Oh,
look,
that's
I'm
right.
Barnacles
That's
on
right.
Twitter.
You're. But
Now,
it has
if I created my Jerry Berg, I could get it verified, but I don't want to do that because it's like I like my Barnacles on here.
well, you can still have your at Barnacles. It's
Mhm.
just Jerry Berg would be the name attached. Like Linus is still Linus at Linus Tech Tips.
Oh, and then just have a separate one that's like
Yeah,
a personal.
the display name. I'll go look at Linus. He's at Linus Tech.
Yeah, I don't know though. See, my thing is I don't like having duplicates of stuff. Like that's why I only have one YouTube channel and one Facebook thing and one Twitter thing.
Yeah.
Is I don't like having to like post stuff multiple places and select which place I want to post stuff. I just want everything to go to my one place.
Yeah.
It's okay. I can survive. I can live without being verified. It's fine. It makes me a little sad, but I'm okay. Or I could legally change my name to Barnacles. How about that? That's a good way to do it.
Just legally change your name. To
Just
Barnacles?
legally change and get rid of my last name entirely. I'm
So,
gonna be
so you're
I'm
like
now
Cher.
Barnacles.
You're like
Yep,
Cher.
exactly.
I see.
Or like Prince when he was just that musical symbol that wasn't real.
No, the artist formerly known as Prince.
Yeah, I know, but did you see his signature? His signature didn't say the artist formerly known as. It actually
Yeah.
just was that weird musical symbol. That was like how he signed.
Well, Meta World Peace. Remember that guy?
Mm-mm.
He's changed his name. A basketball player. He changed his name to Meta World Peace.
That is awesome.
But he's changing it again. To probably something like, I don't know, War for Oil or something. I don't know. I don't know exactly what he's changing it to. But it's like one of those guys. It's like he keeps legally changing his name.
Interesting.
Funky Monkey. That's interesting.
Do we got should we do a question and ask tech talk?
Yes.
Let's do that.
I love it when you handle the Twitter because I don't have to.
All right, I'm gonna handle your Twitter, Jay. Oh, look, they did it unprompted. We have some questions out here.
All
Cool.
right. There's
So,
always questions there. We just don't get to them.
Ask Tech Talk. Eric Steele asks, Jay, will you be getting Windows 10 anytime soon?
No.
Yeah,
I
me
won't.
neither.
I won't until it's I won't until it's at least out of release client, and when it is full support of DX12 if DX12 is worth it.
I concur. Let's see what else we got here. Ask Tech Talk. What the fuck? AMD R9 290X is fast as Titan X and DX12 enabled 3D Mark. 33% faster than the GTX 980.
What?
Okay.
I don't believe it.
I don't either. And then somebody else posted, Jay, your Titan X's are pointless now. NVIDIA preparing GeForce GTX 980 Ti with 6 gig VRAM faster than the Titan X.
It's not actually. You know what's cool about that is I've actually had discussions with them about it, and you didn't. So
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I have to side with Jay on this. He has a little bit of a tighter relationship with NVIDIA than I'm guessing Darkman does.
Oh, but Darkman is usually fairly like Eeyore-ish about things. So
Well, he got the information from Tweaktown, so that's where he cited the information from.
And you understand what's happening right now because the buzz is starting to build up about a 980 Ti, which I'm still not even convinced is coming, because there's no way you can place it in the market to not undercut something. Should I say this again? Should I say this? Should I say this piece of information again?
Do it.
Now, this is not insider information. This is just 100% my gut on this. You have the 980, which MSRP is for what? $549.
Yeah,
okay?
somewhere in that ballpark.
And then you've got custom board partners like the Classified, the ROG Matrix.
Yep.
You got your Hall of Fame edition, which all of those are anywhere from between $650 to $799. Okay. You've got the Titan now, which is $999. So you've got that gap filled with custom 980 boards, and then you've got a card at $999.
Yep.
For it to be called a 980 Ti would indicate that it's built on the same GM204 chip that the 980 is, which would mean that it's not going to have the same architecture as GM200, which is the big chip, the big core. So that means it would have to be inherently priced less than the Titan. So that would mean less than $999, which means the only way you could price it less than $999 and have it be an MSRP that makes sense is going to be somewhere around $749 to $800. Now that completely kills off the custom board market. No, this is just economics.
Jay's getting technical. God, stay away.
So how do you build a 980 Ti that doesn't destroy the market that is created by the board partners? How do you do that? It can't be faster than the Titan and still called a 980 and be on the GM204.
You make a lot of sense.
So it has to be less. It has to be less than $1,000, but it doesn't fit in between the 980 and the Titan without killing off an entire market. So I don't see that. I don't see that happening. I really don't. Also, too, everyone now just assumes that there's going to be a 980 Ti because there was a 780 Ti. I think people have short-term memories or really bad memory loss because there's never been another 80 series Ti card except for the 780 Ti. That was the first one. There was not a 480 Ti, 980, or there was no 480 Ti.
So there's no pattern.
580
there's no guarantee
Ti.
that there's going to be a follow-up.
Right. The only pattern that we can actually follow is that the 680, which was the exact same kind of specs as the 980. That's why they kept comparing the 980 to the 680 and not the 780. If you guys remember that, it's because it's inherently the evolutionary step for the 256-bit memory bus and the actual architecture. There was no 680 Ti. It was the Titan that came out and was the next step up. So I firmly believe that the 980X or 980X, yeah, there we go. The Titan X is still going to be the king until whatever the next core architecture is.
The Titan Y, because they like to go backwards through the alphabet.
Yes. Titan XX, and then we have the Titan XX.
Because it's so confusing. You'd be like, "Oh, you got a Titan X? I got a Titan Z. Yeah, that's a piece of shit compared to my Titan X. I don't get it. It's a bigger letter." Here's an okay.
NVIDIA, with the exception of them having their 50, 60, 70, 80 series, they've never had any sort of a TI pattern on the 80 series ever. People are just now assuming that that's going to be the case. And what's happening with sites like TweakTown is everybody wants the hype. Everyone wants the hype views. People are searching. So you put an article out called 980 Ti and you're the first one to do it, whether or not you have what you considered unconfirmed info, and then you make sure you are putting all over the place that this is alleged and that you don't know and it's just rumors. Then they'll say whatever they want to get the views. And that's unfortunately a tactic that makes it very, very frustrating for guys like me who podcast with guys like you while making those faces for real factual information to get out there. Because let's face it, and I'm guilty of it at times, and so are you. We are all a bit quick to respond to things without fact checking sometimes.
Never. I fact check everything, Jay.
And so we like to be like, "Oh my God, 980 Ti confirmed," but it was on like a
don't bring me into that, Jay. No, I fact check everything twice.
After the video's made.
Twice. Well, yeah, but it still gets done. All right, so now that we're off the passionate subject of NVIDIA lies.
No, it's not NVIDIA lies. It's everyone else.
Watch them come out with a TI tomorrow too. Okay, so
and then everyone will link me to this video with this timestamp.
They will. Remember it. Let's see. Okay, so CC Troll says, Barnacles, can I have a 3D printer? Yes, you can. You just have to go buy one, and then you will have it.
Everyone can have a 3D printer.
I know, it's funny. I actually get a lot of emails from people asking me for all my olds. Do you still get a lot of emails on that? Like where people just like they watch a video and they're like, "Oh, we noticed you got a new keyboard. How about you ship me that old one? I'll pay the shipping and handling."
Okay? What do you think I've been getting nonstop ever since I showed the Titans?
I'm sure. Just so I can explain to some people out there that might not know, the way that this whole hardware gig works is we have to pay taxes on the stuff that we actually receive. There's a lot of little stipulations and stuff involved. We have to track stuff. That's why we generally don't just give it away. I'm not saying we don't give away stuff. We still have giveaways and do stuff, but we just can't give away everything.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating too, because there's times where I'll be thinking like, I feel like being generous and giving such and such away. Yep. But then I look and there's like 864 messages of people begging me to give them my graphics card. And it's like, not today.
Yeah, and you have to realize too that on a lot of these videos and stuff that we do, we might get like a technical sample to review. Now, $1,000 graphic card, that's pretty sweet. But I mean, some of the stuff like keyboards and stuff, it's like, I get a keyboard. I review a keyboard. It's like, that's what I got to keep the keyboard.
Yeah,
I don't want to give that away. That's my keyboard.
I've never received anything like the Titan before to keep. So getting to keep 3 of them was pretty amazing. But I said this in a comment. Obviously, people don't read the comments, but a lot of people were like, "Haha, Linus got turned down for a second Titan, and you got 3." I asked for those Titans long before launch, and Linus didn't ask until just before launch or right at launch when the inventory was low. So I had kind of already probably used up some of that review sample inventory, but I mean, that's why you don't wait. I asked like the moment they were like, "Here's one," I'm like, "Can I have 2 more?"
And what you guys don't see is that Jay has clearly visible bruises on his knees from kneeling in front of NVIDIA executives.
No, they gave me a pillow.
That was damn nice of them.
It was like a nice like Egyptian cotton one too.
Oh wow! So now we got Conrad. What is it? Conrad Zakor posts a picture showing the proof that the let's see, what is this? DX12 multi-threaded. I'm trying to figure out what the hell the proof is here. I don't. The screenshot doesn't say what the bars are. Hold on here. Okay, there we go. 3D Mark for a Titan X. See, 13,000 and something and 13,004. Oh, okay. So he actually posted pictures showing the R90 290X actually having a faster score in 3D Mark. Huh. I mean, they're close, though. I mean, they're within... Wait, 474 and 419. I mean, they're so close.
I'm curious. I'm curious as to what the 3D score is, but I'm gonna... My Titan was up almost 17,000, not 13.
I'm gonna flag you on this one, because I mean, these pictures are actually... I mean, I don't know. They could have been faked, but I don't think they would be.
Look, my Titan did almost 17,000, not 13, first of all.
Oh, did it? Well, we don't know, but this was on an i7 4770K.
Okay, let's do this. I am going to live doctor an image. Do you think that'll be interesting?
No, don't do that. Don't show people how to like fake it.
No. I'm not going to show them how to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to show how easy this is. So
you do a benchmark that says William, and it's like 5 times faster than yours.
All right, you need to talk about something while I do this, and I have to source images.
Why? No, don't do that.
Nope, I have to prove a point now.
All right, so
Jay's
off faking benchmarks.
I want to see. I just want to post it, and I want to see how far it gets before, or how many people are going to say it's legit. Even with 2,000 people watching this who could chime up and be like, "It's not legit, it's fake." How many people will still pass it off as real? So.
Oh my God, Matt Philly, guy just pimped my setup. Just posted a picture of me as Baymax.
Oh jeez,
that kind of works actually. Let's see. Oh,
was that 3D Mark Vantage or not? I'm sorry, not, Fire Strike.
No. This was on. This just says 3D Mark API comparison, and the pictures. You can see I tagged you in it.
Oh God, no wonder why they're finding like that one thing that AMD's better at.
And again, keep in mind, Jay, that they're in Windows 10, which means they're probably not running on WICL certified drivers too. So there could be a lot of debug shit in there.
That could be the case, but there is a legitimate fact that the 290X is better at certain encoding properties than the Titan X. This has been well documented.
That would make sense to me. It would.
Like in a video rendering setup, considering that, especially since it took double precision 64 off of the Titan, the 290X for encoding purposes is beating the Titan. So if that API and that 3D Mark score is looking at just that actual API, then yeah, that would make sense.
You know what's funny though is historically 3D Mark has always favored NVIDIA over AMD. I even remember like when I was working at Microsoft, there was some shit going down during WICL certification where they were saying that 3D Mark was giving favorable results because the NVIDIA drivers, they do shit in the NVIDIA driver to trick the benchmark into going faster when it's not really doing the work that the benchmark's expecting it to do. Like lowering rendering qualities and shit when it recognizes that it's running under a benchmark.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a long time ago. I'm sure that all that shit's probably been like aired and vetted and they're probably fine now. But I know there was a time when when these GPU manufacturers would alter drivers and specifically write hacks into them to trick benchmarks into going faster.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really trust a lot of benchmarks, because there are ways to fool them at the driver level, because all the benchmark's doing is draw something on the screen and then measuring how long it took based on whatever it's doing. I mean, you could make a driver in theory that didn't ever do anything or send anything to the buffer and basically just came back with the API and said done.
I haven't been able to look up those those.
Oh, you don't see them?
No, where did you give them?
I just replied and I tagged you on Twitter.
Oh, they're on Twitter. Okay.
You gotta go to tweets.
Are they the same CPU and everything in there?
Yeah, it looks like they're both running on the 4770K, and one's running an R90 290X, and the other one's running a Titan X, and both of them are in Windows 10. Doesn't say what build though. And that's another thing is build things can change a lot.
But these aren't actual screenshots. These are just graphs somebody made.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're 3D Mark graphs. Or are these not 3D Mark graphs? Are these just graphs people just made themselves?
I'm looking. I don't see 3D Mark graphs.
I know, they kind of look like just Excel charts or something, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is API overhead. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm more interested to see what happens to Mantle after DX12 than I am about 390X versus Titan, if you want to know the truth.
Now, the interesting thing, though, is if you look at the screenshots in DirectX 11, the Titan X is just destroying it.
Oh, in terms of like actual gaming performance?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. So I'm trying. Okay, yeah. So no, on the Titan
Better.
X, longer bar means higher performance. No, actually, it's showing it that it's killing it in DX11 too, which you just said shouldn't be the case, right?
It's showing that the 290X is killing the Titan X?
Yeah, it's showing the R90 290X running a 904,000 versus a 740,000 score in DirectX single threaded DX11 single threaded. I don't know. You okay? So okay. It's
look, I
piqued our
have all
interest.
those. I have all those cards, and that's not what I'm experiencing.
Yeah, I'm not really quite believing it myself either, but we'll see.
I'd be the first person to be like, yeah, that's horseshit if the Titan X is getting beat like that. But I've already done the benchmarks. It's not even anywhere close to that in my experience.
Yeah, this is weird. Yeah, no, I mean, there's an article posted. Says who wrote the article. It's up on WCCFtech.com. And it looks like it's a pretty damn big write-up too. Yeah, no, check it out and see how it stacks up with your stuff, because I'd love to see a rival on that.
I wish
that's a big claim to make.
I wish I had time right now to actually do it, but I don't.
You don't. So it'll just have to be another video.
Well, I mean,
just have to make another viral video, Jay.
No, I don't have the time to do it like even in the next couple of weeks because of how backed up I am. not a poop joke.
You a little backed up there, Jay. Yeah. Let's move through a couple more questions, because I still got to shoot two. I'm like 4 videos behind right now.
I wish I was only 4 behind. Jeez.
Oh my god. Well, no, I'm 4 behind. Like, I have a lot more videos to make, but it's like I should have these 4 videos like done and out now, and they're not. So yeah. One of them's this though. Here, I can give you guys a little sneak peek of what I'm doing. So the next video I'm doing, you guys might remember this little morsel. This is the stylus case, but it's for my iPhone 6. And this video, it's gonna upset some people, and I'll tell you why. It's not because of what it is. It's because it's gonna be the first video where it's clearly illustrated that I'm back to iPhone. And everybody gets really, really weird when they realize I'm not using the OnePlus One anymore.
You know what's funny?
What?
I'm having a hard time even finding a 290X versus Titan X video or benchmark, because the Titan X technically hasn't launched yet. It's not available. It's not really available in all the retailers yet.
Interesting point. Where did this guy get one?
Well, it's possible. I mean, review units are everywhere, and they were up on eBay for like $2,000. But I'm having a hard time finding even any direct comparison between the X. I've seen plenty of 290X versus Titan, but not 290X versus Titan X. I don't understand.
Interesting.
Well, I have the hardware, and I have the video cards.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the cool thing, and
who cares? Who cares though? Because the 290X is so dated, and we really care about what the next card is, right?
That's true. And that's the other thing is, how is the 290? How is the AMD card being tested with DX12? Like, the support for DX12 was there already?
That
card released pre DX12, right?
Which, the 290X?
Yeah,
it's backwards compatible with a lot of hardware.
Well, backwards, not forwards compatible. Like I understand that DX12 would work, but it wouldn't be optimized for DX. That card wouldn't be optimized for DX12 because it was produced before DX12, unless they're
optimizing the driver, or they're optimizing DirectX for the hardware, other way around.
That's possible.
Which is good, because what was the most annoying thing about buying a new graphics card in the past?
Every time you'd buy one, a new DX would come out and you couldn't use it.
Yeah, exactly. This would be one of the first times it had truly like forward and backward support. To an extent, anyway.
Hey Jay, this is going to be the thing that you're going to want. You have an iPhone too, don't you?
No, I have an iPhone 6.
Yeah, so the iPhone 6. Do you have the? do you have the iPhone 6 Plus or the regular size one?
No, I have the one that doesn't bend a whole lot.
Okay,
it's just the one that bends a little bit.
You have the one that just flexes, not the one that just bends 45-degree angle when you put it in your pocket.
Mine doesn't have a joint in it.
So the cool thing you're gonna like about this case right here, the stylus, is not only does it have the lens pack, they just released this, and this is the thing I really wanted. It's actually a ring light pack. You snap it onto the back of the phone, and the ring light swings out perfectly over the lens.
Yeah.
So now when you're taking pictures of like little stuff on your desk and stuff like that and doing macro photography, there's no shadows and it's all like perfectly lit. And I was like, that's a cool idea. So you just snap off the one ring with the lenses and put on the other ring with the light. And I was like, you know what? That's actually making the phone a really, really usable, photography camera.
Okay, if you want to talk about this real quick, PC Per did a write-up, and we trust PC Per.
All right. We do?
We do trust PC Per.
Good to know. If they're good enough for you, they're good enough for me.
Ryan Strout, we trust that guy.
All right.
So he says, and I don't want to read every word because that's bad.
Don't plagiarize the shit out of him.
No, he says, so last week Microsoft approached them directly to see if they'd be interested in working with them on the FurMark, the release of the new 3D Mark API overhead feature test. So, of course, they jumped on it. They did a video. They do have a YouTube video up, by the way, guys. If you go over to PCPer.com, they do have their 3D Mark API overhead feature test. You can see the video there. So, looking at their chart here, that's a big graph. It like went all the way across my screens. So in terms of DX12, what does the green card represent? Okay, so they're using a 5960X, X99, 16 gigs of RAM, Windows 10, that's important to show. Okay, so the GTX 980 for draw calls per second, 15.67. And that's all they're showing on that one is the 980. Oh, but you know what they're doing here? They're turning off hyperthreading in various cores to see how it responds per core. So it looks like once they went above 6 cores, there was very little gain. Like when they went from 4 cores to 6 cores, it was like, bam, there was a big gain. And then from 6 to 8, it was like, and then 6 to 8 hyperthreading off, 6 to 8 hyperthreading on, there was like no gains to be had. But they're showing that that's actually very, very consistent with what's happening on DX11 as well, though. Draw calls per second, though, in millions on DX12 is much higher than 11, though. So this is sounding like DX12 is going to beef up everybody's cards unilaterally. But this test here is specifically with the 980. Trying to see if we can find something here that shows their 980 versus the Titan. Oh, wait, the 290X, in terms of API overhead, does appear to be beating out DX12 on Mantle. So
I'm kind of getting the feeling that Mantle's kind of dead. It seems like it's already lost all of its momentum.
But what I'm saying here, though, is Mantle is beating out DX12. DX12 is showing more consistency between 6, 8, and 8 hyperthreading.
Yep.
But the Mantle is showing overall higher gains in terms of draws per second, draw calls per second.
But that specific chart that I showed earlier, that was clearly DirectX. That was not Mantle.
Well, PC did DX12, Mantle, and DX11 MT and DX11 ST.
You know what I bet happened is whoever made those original charts for that write-up put DirectX 12, but they were probably running on Mantle, because wouldn't that close the gap?
Well, I don't know. We haven't compared it yet.
Okay. Because I'm thinking I could see Mantle like giving a huge performance bump on the 290 because you're not going to have the API overhead of DirectX. I mean, that's the whole point of Mantle is you get more instructions faster, so you don't have to be as fast.
Okay, so here's the deal, guys. PCPer did not put the Titan X against the 290X, first of all. They did show that it is API overhead on the 290X is beating the 980, but the 980 has more consistent draw calls as you get over 6 cores, whereas the 290X is like kind of going up and down there. Overall performance on the 290X, so for draw calls per second, is 20.88. Whereas the 980 is pulling 15.64. So you're talking 25% more overhead in terms of API efficiency for the 290X versus the 980.
Wow.
But I don't understand. They did not compare to the Titan X on this one, guys. Now I know PCPer has a Titan X. They just may not have gotten to it yet.
Oh, you got to do it now, Jay. You got to do it.
I don't have a way to do the API overhead, though. I don't have DX12. I could tell you right now, in terms of just flat out raw horsepower and gaming performance, yeah, the 290X does not stack up to the Titan X, but it shouldn't, given the price difference.
Jay will redo this benchmark down the road when Windows 10 is finally released and it doesn't have all the spyware in it, and then we'll get some answers.
He's saying, well, just listen to the podcast. Yeah, let me stop our podcast to listen to their 45-minute podcast.
Yeah, do you guys want to watch us listen to another podcast? It'd be awesome. We're just sitting there like,
Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one that Jay will know the answer to.
Everyone wants to know what the boxes are behind me. That's NVIDIA stuff. Clearly, you're an AMD fanboys, so I'm not talking to you about it.
Jay has all the NVIDIAs. Like most of those boxes have graphics cards, but one of them has money in it. I think one of them's got the stacks of hundreds, right?
But
Jay?
I have all the AMDs too.
But they're hidden in the closet because they're for.
No, they're not. They're actually on display.
Are they?
Yeah, the AMD cards are on display right there.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry. I should have got my facts straight.
See, like I said, fact checker.
I know. I just exposed myself.
Checker.
I'm just a big fact checker. Fact checker.
Not a fact checker.
Damn it! I lost the question. Oh, here it is. Zach Gardner asks, "What is the difference between G-Sync and FreeSync and all the others?"
It's just in proprietary technology.
Yeah, I mean, they all accomplish the same goal, right?
G-Sync is proprietary to NVIDIA cards,
Mm-hmm.
whereas FreeSync is more open source. See, Mantle's open source too. All NVIDIA would have to do would be to incorporate it, but NVIDIA doesn't want to support the competition like that. FreeSync is technically open source too to anyone who wants to incorporate it. But again, it's basically like AMD's like, here's our stuff, it's open source, but it's up to NVIDIA to code for it as well in their
Yeah, I don't think
GPUs.
NVIDIA would ever support Mantle just on the grounds, not that it's just competition, but just the fact that AMD has such a head start with understanding and implementing the technology that if NVIDIA went down that road, they would end up being the underdog. It's better just to let it die. I mean, from a business perspective, I think it's better for them to just let it die out.
Yeah.
Which hurts us. I mean, personally, I think it's stupid because it hurts us because obviously Mantle was designed to produce less overhead on the graphics API and allow you to, get a lot more out of your hardware. But that's how business works. Everybody gets screwed.
Everyone's not everyone, but Accessible Gaming is saying 3D Mark has an API test built in. Huh, that's interesting.
That's interesting. Well, those graphs I was looking at did clearly say API test.
Yeah. So was PC Pers, but
okay. Let's see here. Jerry, you should do a Codegasm making your own soundboard. That would actually be ridiculously easy. That's not a bad idea, actually. Maybe I will consider that.
Terry Wench, sorry, says AMD wants to pioneer, NVIDIA wants to monopolize. I don't know. I feel like AMD would monopolize if they had the opportunity.
Let's be honest, though. If AMD was really the pioneers, they would be they'd be leading the thing. They're clearly not.
I think the fanboys would argue though that because they're pioneering, it's costing them more money, therefore they're behind, and there's always justifications. They always justify it in some way.
I think AMD had to create Mantle because that was their way to bridge the gap and catch up with their hardware. I mean they needed that.
But what I like about the fact that DirectX is independent, a third party through Microsoft, is it doesn't necessarily play favorites to NVIDIA or AMD. It works equally on both. Whereas AMD has very clearly a bias of Mantle as well. Otherwise, I don't know how much I trust an API engine built by the graphics card manufacturer as much as I don't like game developers that were like AMD or NVIDIA all over the box of their game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like that in bed with a company form of development.
That reminds me of back in the 3DFX days. I remember that when they'd always have the Voodoo label on the front of the game, like this works with 3DFX.
But NVIDIA still does it. I mean, it does it on Far Cry.
That's true. When you start, I love how you start the game. It's like NVIDIA. It's like, oh, okay, all right. Well, I know it's working.
Played.
Let's see.
Which makes you feel even more like shit when it crashes.
Oh no, Noah Brooks makes a good point. He said everybody likes Barnacles. If you don't, you're clearly a communist. All right.
Hey Jay,
fair enough.
Hey Jay, does this UTwitch thing not have mods? There's a lot of Ryan Hall. You've apparently never been into a live stream on YouTube, have you?
Actually, I did find out there is a way to, and I think I actually made you a mod of my channel, Jay.
Yeah, but you never live stream, so what's the?
Did you see that? Well, no, you can mod my videos. You can actually go to my videos and delete comments and do all that.
Can I?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I sent you a request. If you can't do it, let me know and I'll check it again. But no, I found the mods thing like last week where you can go in, you can assign somebody, and give them, you can give them rights, like, let them edit stuff, control comments, control, all kinds of stuff.
That's it. I'm so flaming your comments.
I didn't give you delete video access though. Because...
No, the delete video is fine. But I would love to just be able to start messing with people's comments.
That'd be cool. You go on the channel, somebody flames you, just delete their comment. They're like, how do you do that? This isn't his channel. No, actually, I've been working. I've got moderators on my Reddit group now. I've got some moderators over on Facebook that I just assigned. It got to the point where it's like, I don't really want to have to go digging through all that stuff. So if I got some friends and stuff that are checking things out and keeping an eye on things, hell, why not give them the power, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now watch, I wake up one day, every comment's deleted off of every video and every Facebook, all my tweets are gone.
Phase FZM Racer X says, awesome hardware, clowned you on their live chat. You should do the same.
Dude, I'm not even joking. A dude on Twitter used the guy that I was telling you used my face on his account. I sent him a message and I said, hey, could you pick a face that's not, or pick an avatar that's not mine? And then he just immediately switches his avatar to guess who?
Me?
You. no,
I'm okay with that. So, Awesome Hardware podcast is Paul and Kyle.
Oh yeah,
they were kind of teasing yesterday about me leaving my job and stuff.
Yep.
And right now, FCM Racer X is telling me that they clowned on me, so I should clown back at them. No, because you see, like the 6 or 7 people that watch their podcast, they can take it. Clowning them to 1,900 people might actually cause damage. So there, I just clowned on them. Are you happy?
I mean, it's Jay, I feel like we have a slightly different situation than they do.
Where people watch us?
Yeah, I think it's
love you, Kyle. Love you, Paul.
Just mess with you guys. I wanted to say some way worse stuff just to get poke them in the ribs, but I was like, you don't kick a horse when it's down, right? You just
I had a phone call. I called Paul prior to their stream and okayed him, or told him it was like okay to say and what wasn't okay to say in terms of details about my departure, so there was no like misinformation. So I already knew it was happening. He even warned me. He's like, you might see some crazy tweets because we're gonna have some fun with it. I'm like, whatever, go ahead. So
just so you guys all know, and it's on the record, Jay made the wrong decision. It's going to take 6 months for us to realize it, but don't worry, I'll be there to catch him when he falls.
You better,
okay, guys?
You better start working out.
I'm there for him. Yeah, I'm going to physically catch you.
Jerry's like, I'm going to start working out, and you can't see this. This is what makes it funny. But Jerry's like,
I'll be honest.
Jerry's like, I'm going to start working out, and this is what he does.
I honestly believe this, and I'm not even joking around. I think that you have a better shot at making this thing successful than I do.
Only because I have more experience
in the
running
long
a business.
run. I mean, obviously, in the short run, I'm killing it. But as far as the business aspect of it and growing it and everything, it's like I'm a little too. I don't want to say common, but I'm like I
thought you were going to say communist.
I don't think I've got the business chops. Like that's the thing I'm struggling with ever since I left Microsoft. Is I can do this, but it's like I can't schedule it, I can't script it, I can't do it. It just happens when it happens, and when you have a business, you can't really just go to work when you want to.
Yeah. Do you see me? Do you see me? Do you see me mimicking your workout?
This.
Oh man.
I'm not saying, guys, that I'm not going to keep doing this and I'm going to try to be successful, but I honestly think Jay is going to be a good influence on me now that we're both going to be running neck and neck since this is both our full-time gig.
Yeah,
Jay's excuse always was I have a full-time job, and I understand that. I used to have a full-time job too, but now it's like.
But it didn't stop me from being full-time.
Well, not me either. I produced more videos when I was working at Microsoft than I do now.
But you had more schedule flexibility at your job than I did mine, technically.
No, that's true. That's absolutely true. Working at Microsoft, I controlled my schedule largely, except for when we were under really big time crunches.
Well, now we know why they let you go.
Me and 25,000 other people. But no,
is it 25,000 now?
Yeah, no, I think it's more than 25 now.
Wow.
They actually also just announced that I guess they're laying off almost all of the Nokia employees. That's why they're. Wow. I don't know what they're going to do at Nokia now, other than digest their stuff, get rid of all their employees. So yeah, no, they actually went over 25 now. Jeez. So, and I guess there's another round of layoffs coming around the corner. So all my friends are all worried it's shitless, but I don't think it's going to be in their departments because I think they already cut everybody they could in those departments. Well, so it'll be other departments.
I'll give you. I mean, granted, the company and stuff that I work for is not public knowledge, so that's fine. But one of the reasons that here's the thing, I've been setting myself up to be able to go independent for a long time, and long before YouTube even. I mean, I've always known I was eventually going to be my own boss, but there was a reason why the timing happened the way it was, and something happened on what day was that? What day is today? Thursday? Tuesday? Tuesday is when I resigned, right?
Yep.
Or I gave my resignation letter, I should say. I'm still there until I fulfilled the.
Did you get a response back to it? Just kidding.
Oh yeah, they immediately wanted to know if there was anything they could do to convince me to stay.
Oh, serious? You should have just thrown a Hail Mary and been like, I want $50K more a year and access to the executive bathroom.
No, that would have never happened. Do you want to know why? Because we also found out the same day, just before I provided my resignation letter, that our company was acquired.
What are you talking about? That's the best time to get a raise.
It's not. Everything was locked down.
Oh, was it really?
Everything's on lock because of the finalization of the purchase.
Wow.
So I had gone from working for the same boss and everything for the last 10 years to now having a new company that owns us out of North Carolina that I knew nothing about.
But you know what? The cool thing is one, it's good. That's a good time to get out, honestly, because now you don't have to deal with all the bureaucracy and the duplication of effort and all that shit.
It probably would not have sent my resignation letter already if it wasn't for that. I probably would have waited a little longer.
That actually makes a hell of a lot. I didn't know that. That actually makes a hell of a lot more sense as to why.
Nobody knew that. I just told everyone for the first time right now, including you.
Jay, I feel like there's no trust in this relationship anymore.
I know.
I feel like as a pecker pal, I should get this information quicker.
Yeah, I should have given you the inside information in the rear.
It would. it would have made a hell of a lot more sense as to why your timing was the way it was, because everything moves so fast. You went from I'm thinking about resigning to just you sent me email. Yeah, I sent my man.
Jerry, it looked fast from your perspective, but there was a lot of discussions with some close confidants on this end, and we're talking 6 months worth of setup.
It's a good time to get out, though. I agree with you. I think now that I know that little tidbit, I wouldn't. It was a good decision. I mean, this is the best time to leave.
People are like, it's confirmed. Jay worked for AMD, and AMD is getting acquired by Samsung.
The good news is, though,
that's why I have Intel.
You parted on good terms. The other thing is that's funny. A lot of people don't know is Microsoft's already extended offers to me 7 times since I've left.
Yeah.
In the last 6 months, they've extended 7 jobs in Xbox,
but
Office,
they have to
Mac, and Windows.
And the audience needs to understand that your trust in the company is broken.
That's the biggest problem here, guys. Is it's like what they did and how it affected not only me but people that I worked with my entire career, including my boss that I still hang out with. I go have coffee with him every week. Coolest guy I've ever known in my entire life. Worked for the guy for 15 years. I mean, you don't work for somebody for 15 years unless you go together like the old peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
And he lost his job just like me. Same thing. Just no warning, nothing, flawless reviews. Dude saves the company constantly. He's a pillar, and boom, just gone. And after seeing that, there's just no way I could go back to that company and sit at the desk knowing that he doesn't have a job there, and all the people that I worked with that you as a team, we built that thing, and it's you can't do it. So, and the other thing too is if the YouTube thing doesn't work out, a lot of people think like, oh God, you need to get back to work right away. I have open offers at quite a few companies, and one of them is actually one that I've considered really like. There was a couple times where I was just like, yeah, you know what, I think I'd be smart just to go do that. But I talked myself out of it because I still think this YouTube thing has a lot of legs, and I enjoy what I'm doing. And even despite all the stress and the depression that I get from the shitty interactions from the trolls and stuff like that, the majority of the experience is positive.
Yeah.
And so I want to keep carrying that forward as long as I can. But don't worry, guys. If I have to go back to work, I've got tons of references. Actually, you couldn't tell from CodeGasm because the whole idea is I'm supposed to be writing really simple applications, but I'm actually a very good automation developer.
No, that's actually you pulling out all your tricks.
Yeah, totally, dude. Those CodeGasms are really pushing the limits of the old noodle. No, it's funny. A lot of people don't realize this, but I actually wrote the UI automation harness that tests every version of Windows, all the way from like Windows. When did I implement that? Windows Vista was when I implemented my automation harness, and it's survived all the way through, and it's even used for running over 5,000 scenarios on Windows 10 every day. Yeah. And I'm just not there. That's the annoying part. Is it's like, even though I'm gone, everything that I created, and they rewarded me for creating all that stuff. Don't think it was like I just created the stuff as a part of my job. I mean, Microsoft was a great company. They rewarded you for doing everything. They'd give you bonuses, give you certificates and stuff. I've got a hero award up on my wall signed by Jim Allchin and Steve Ballmer. And it's, it's knowing that all that software that I created to automate things is still running, but I'm not there. I automated myself out of a job, Jay.
It kind of sucks because last year before it all went down, when you told me that you were writing a piece of code that was going to save like thousands of man hours a week in testing, I was like, I can't help but wonder if you're writing your replacement. Remember, we even joked about that.
Yeah, we joked about it. And the funny thing is, that's the team that got laid off was the test team.
Yeah.
So it's like I kind of contributed to that, I guess, if you think about it. Like if you want to think about the dark side of it. But I mean, the plus side too is the fact that I actually created software that hasn't been bested in 7 years. Still operational today. I mean, 7 years for software, that's ancient. Like, that's still functional and still working today. But no, those were my fun times. I had a lot of fun there. I really did. I just don't agree with the direction the company's going right now.
Well, yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I don't blame you at all for not going back, because you don't. I mean, come on, you were laid off by a computer. Nobody even second guessed it.
Dude,
like,
it
maybe
was
this person,
most demeaning, horrible experience ever. And it's one of those things where it's like you look at it, it's like if I was a shitty employee, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you look at my internal record at that company, it's like I was a top 5% Microsoft employee. That's not just out of test. That's out of the entire company. Yeah. Over 100,000 employees worldwide, and I was in the top 5% bucket.
God! AIO Factory says, is there any reason why you guys are going over the normal time? Shit, we need to stop.
Oh, we do.
Time to end the stream, guys. Everyone blame AIO Factory.
Yep, everybody go tweet him. Say he called it out. We would have just kept going for like 3 more hours.
Probably. This would have been one of those shows. We're like, let's just hang out with the audience. But he brought it up that we went over, so it's time to stop.
God, and I was just going to start my story about all of Microsoft's secrets that I can't tell under NDA. Darn.
Oh, damn. And I was about to tell everyone what my other adventures were going to be in the future.
Oh, what a world. Roll that outro, Jay.
All right, we'll roll the outro. Bye, everybody. Thank AIO Factory.
Yep.
Outro's playing.
Now you'll never know Microsoft's secrets. NVIDIA. NVIDIA is the